Jai Shri Mataji. A very good morning to everyone. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Let us now listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
Today, in the land of Sri Krishna, we are celebrating the birthday of Sri Ganesh. It's something very unprecedented and of a very significant value that you should be celebrating the birthday of Sri Krishna's son in his own land. You know that Sri Ganesha incarnated on this earth as Mahavishnu, and he was the son of Radha, who incarnated as Lord Jesus Christ. So, by celebrating this birthday, today you are recognizing the greatest truth that Lord Jesus Christ was the son of Sri Krishna. There's a story about it if you read in the Devi Mahatmya. How this primordial child took a form of an egg and half of it remained as Sri Ganesha and half of it became Mahavishnu. In the evolutionary process, all these happenings of the antiquities have been recorded. But today, I feel so gratified that on the human level, people have understood. Christ is the incarnation of Lord Ganesha. He is the eternal child. But in the form when he came as Christ, he came as the son of Sri Krishna. But when Parvati made Sri Ganesha, he was the son of Parvati alone. There was no father. Parvati herself wanted to have a child of her own. They were angels who were dedicated either to Vishnu or to Shiva. Like Ganas were dedicated to Shiva alone. So she wanted to have her own son who can permeate her powers on this earth. So, to begin with, when the Shakti created this universe and Sadashiva was watching her creation, the first thing she created on this earth was innocence. And the embodiment of that innocence was Sri Ganesh. The whole universe was covered with innocence, which we call as Omkar. This innocence protected all the creation of the world and penetrated into all that is matter. Matter is innocent. If you hit the matter, it will hit you back because it is built like that. It doesn't want to harm you by any method, except that if you try to hit it, it hits you back in its own nature. So, it was called as Jada, the one that acts according to the built-in nature. Innocence in the animals is of another kind, where the animals do not know that they are committing crimes. Animals, when they say kill an animal, another animal, or trespass your properties, create nuisance all over, they don't know they are committing a sin or they are disobeying some laws. They live with the laws that are built within them. That's why they are called as pashus, means bondage, the pasha. Pasha means the bondage. They are under the bondage of the laws of God. Sri Shiva is called as Pashupati. Up to that stage, the innocence remains intact. Because there is no development of ego in them. So they are innocent. A tiger may eat a cow, still he is innocent. Or an elephant may trample over a human body, still he is innocent. But when going to a higher state, the Mother Shakti, the primordial mother, thought of creating a personality who will protect the innocence of human beings. Above the matter, above the animals, she created Sri Ganesha. And you know the story of Sri Ganesha, how he got the head of an elephant, symbolizing that Sri Ganesha, though he is a human being, he is like an animal as far as his head is concerned, that too of Sri Gajanana, in the sense that he has got the head of an elephant, which is the wisest animal in the animal kingdom. So, in such a head which is innocent, ego cannot develop. There is no ego. It's an egoless state. But human beings were created in a different manner, and when carbon was placed to create amino acids, it also set in motion a new type of evolution in human beings, that at the Vishuddhi level, human beings raised their heads like this. Animals' heads are on the ground. So the energy flows downward into Mother Earth. But when man raised his head above against the energy of gravity, then a new complication started in the energy flow. And that is how at the Vishuddhi a problem started where Kundalini could not nourish or look after that problematic Vishuddhi. The reason is when you raise your head from the Mother Earth, you remove yourself away from the natural power of Mother Earth. When you take your Vishuddhi upward like that, you see the result of that in this country, which is the country of Vishuddhi Chakra. That you started going to machines which are against nature, extracting the nature, disturbing the nature by creating atomic bombs, by changing the atom, breaking it. That means you went against the nature itself by raising your head. But if it was done in complete surrender to God, with your bent head towards the Mother Earth, it would not have harmed. But when you completely cut off yourself from that nature, which is so bountiful, which is so gracious. Yesterday you saw the beautiful pictures of the nature that surrounds you in this country. Such a rich country like America, without any gratitude towards its creator, raised its head upward. That's how the Vishuddhi problem started coming up. In every walk of life, the whole social structure was built up to fight the nature, not to go along with the nature. So the first attack came on the innocence itself, on the Muladhara itself. So the natural ways of Muladhara were given up. Marriage system has been here much before Christ, much before Abraham, much before Moses. And a sanctified marriage which was blessed by the society was acceptable since long. But man in his arrogance raised his voice against the marriage, against the natural way of leading a life of sanity. If it was natural to be the way people lead their private life, why do they get all kinds of diseases? If you are a natural person, you don't get any diseases. Because you are anti-nature, that's why. In this country, how many men and women were murdered for jealousy? If it was natural to be in love with 10 men and 10 women, then why jealousy? You should be happy, it's very natural. Because the head was raised at Vishuddhi Chakra, without surrendering to Sri Krishna, anti-life, antibiotic atmosphere started growing. And this kind of life has taken this great country now to the brink of complete destruction. The attack of innocence is the greatest weakness of this country. Not to value the power of chastity and a chaste life is the biggest mistake that was created by the people who started all kinds of trends and fads. Ganesha is the root of creation. When you go against Sri Ganesh, you start losing your roots. You have no roots at all. Then you get drifted into anything stupid, anything new that comes up. So much so that a person like Freud was worshipped and they forgot Christ, who said, "Thou shalt not have adulterous eyes." Ganesha to that level that even the eyes have to be innocent. There should be no lust in your eyes. But arrogance made them feel, what's wrong? What's wrong in this? What's wrong in this? Now the whole country is facing a great crisis because of arrogant enterprises. Still, they make a martyrdom out of all that is destructive. It's a very great responsibility on the Sahajogis who live on the line of Sri Ganesh. But for the people who live in the land of Sri Krishna, the responsibility is absolutely on your neck. And you can't get out of it unless and until you understand the importance of innocence in your life. You cannot save this country, whatever I may try to do for it. It's only you who are going to save it. It's only you who are going to make it. When the Kundalini rises, Sri Ganesha is awakened in you. The Ganesha whom you never respected slowly comes up from his slumber, out of the hurt and the injuries inflicted on him. Still he stands up, but still weak. How are we going to nourish it? How are we going to look after its growth? The responsibility of Sahajogis of America is very great. They cannot cheat anymore themselves. They cannot be satisfied with their arrogance. The mistakes have been grievous. So you have to take it up as a crusade against those mistakes and to establish your Sri Ganesh in a full form so that he gives you the necessary balance and the roots to nourish yourself. It is shocking first. You just can't understand. It is impossible to see how you could accept such absurd ideas. How you could take to such funny things which are obviously horrid. Are we not aware of certain words like prostitution and all other dirty words that they use, which I don't want to say just now? Or they have lost their meanings. We were all aware of it. We all knew about it. Don't do that. Stay. You should not. When I'm speaking, you must keep quiet, all right? Have we lost all wisdom from our minds that we cannot see what we have done to ourselves? We have no self-respect. Arrogance to that limit is very dangerous, extremely unpredictable. And God knows what can come through with all these ventures we have gone into. I would say for Saj Yogis, I will given some instructions with people how they should respect their privacy of life. Especially the women of America. If they have to be the Shaktis, they have to respect themselves, their chastity. But so surprising that when we see outside all these things happening, even after coming to Saj Yoga, some of us try to be one of them who are going to hell. If you have to save them, then try to fix your positions properly. Sri Ganesha has 4 hands. And the hand that carries the destructive weapon of Parasha is the one you have to be careful about. That is his job. And if you neglect him, that force will act. And act so vehemently that despite your realization, you may not be able to save yourself. Do not take your realization for granted. Unless and until your Ganesha is settled, your realization has no meaning at all. Watch yourself. Have you got adulterous eyes? Have you got an adulterous mind? What is your expectation about Sahaja Yoga? So many things that in Sahaja Yoga, God blesses you, then you must get a good amount of health, money, and position, power. The first thing you must ask for is the pure Ganesha, Nirmal Ganesha.
Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for the beautiful meditation. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Let us meet again tomorrow morning, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.